Hey, let's talk about sample sales. Have you been to one? Are you curious about them? Well, I'm going to tell you all about sample sales. Hey everybody, so I just left the Stuart Weitzman sample sale in Jersey City, New Jersey, and I just want to show you really quick what I got. So all the shoes come in the blue Stuart Weitzman box. This one does have a dust bag, and I just got a pair of plain black booties, pointy toe booties. These were $119. The regular shoes were $79, and like knee boots and over the knee boots were $139. Now I will say, if you are planning to come to the sample sale, it's today and tomorrow is the last day, which is March 29th. Now the parking is very slim around here, and the parking that is close to where you need to go is expensive. Also, I want to add that if you are looking for like a basic, black pump, a basic everyday booty or a basic everyday knee boot, go to the sample sale. But if you are somebody that's a little eclectic, you want prints, you want patterns, you want pony hair, you might want to skip. So yeah, that's that. And that is all. So you want to know where the stock comes from? Well, sit back and let me tell you. So number one, these are actual samples, the original idea. So designers create samples to show buyers, press, or for photo shoots. These are often one-off pieces, sample sizes, which are usually a size small, 4 or 27. They are slightly imperfect, meaning like they will have loose threads or minor fit tweaks. These are the rare gems that people line up for. Think runway adjacent pieces or early prototypes. Number two is overstock and unsold inventory. This is the biggest chunk of where clothing come from today at sample sales. So items that didn't sell in stores or online, these are extra unit brands produced just in case, and these are also seasonal leftovers. So a lot of what you see is basically clearance stock, just sold in a more hyped setting. So number three, we have past season merchandise. So these are basically last year's styles or discontinued colors or cuts, or items that just didn't fit current trends. These are still perfectly good, just not this current collection. So number four, we have returns and slightly damaged goods. So basically these are customer returns. Sometimes they are unworn and sometimes they are tried on heavily. They have minor defects like small stains, missing buttons, zipper issues, and this is why you'll sometimes see final sale, no returns everywhere. So number five, we have made for sale, sample sale inventory. And this is where things get a little less romantic, because some brands produce items specifically for sample sales. And this is not so secret, if you know what I mean. And because of this, there is low production cost, which leads to not always the same quality as retail. Not every brand does this, but it is more common than people think. Okay, ladies, so for the grand question, are sample sales worth it? I say yes if you know the brand's usual quality, if you are okay with inspecting the items carefully before you leave the sample sale, and if you are okay with final sale items and digging, because you may have to dig at a sample sale. And I also say be cautious if prices don't feel that discounted, or if everything looks too perfect, because it could be made for sale stock, or if you are expecting true runway samples, because those are limited. So let's talk about the sample sales that are actually worth going to. So number one, we have your brand run in-house sample sales. These are gold. These are the ones that insiders care about. These are hosted by the brand itself or directly from their showroom. And there's a higher chance of real samples, better quality control, and deeper discounts. And let me tell you why this matters. It's because they are literally clearing out their own inventory. There are no middlemen. You'll find more legit pieces versus random stock. And the best part is that these sales can hit from between 70 to 80% off and include real runway and showroom items. So number two, we have well-known sample sale companies, which are basically middlemen. So this is like the safe middle. And these are legit, but you need to manage your expectations when going. And these are companies like 260 Sample Sale and Privé. So basically what these companies do is they partner directly with brands. They sell overstock plus past season inventory. And these are usually reliable. However, more inventory equals less rare finds, but they are still worth it for staples like coats, denims, and basics. Now, these companies are trusted mainly because they have real brand relationships and not just random inventory sourcing. Number 3, we have curated boutique sample stores, and these are high-key gems, so don't sleep on them. One example of a curated boutique would be a store called Clever Alice located in Soho, and these stores are very underrated, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because they're smaller, they have more curated selections, they often offer one-of-a-kind pieces, there is less chaos, therefore you can browse more and in peace, and you're not fighting the crowds, and inventory is usually cleaner and more intentional. So these are the sample sales that are mostly hype. They are risky. So number 1, too frequent or always on sample sales. So if a company is running sales constantly and they are offering ultra luxury brands nonstop, be skeptical. The reality is that real luxury brands don't dump inventory year round through random sellers. Inventory can be gray market, which are websites like Satire and Italis to name a few, old outlet leftovers, and sometimes questionable authenticity. It's rare, but it happens. So number 2, we have influencer and TikTok hyped sales.
Here's your weekly list of sample sales going on in New York City this week.
Here's a list of all the upcoming sample sales happening in New York City. And if you're new here, I do these every Sunday.
These have changed the game, and not always in a good way. The cons are long lines, resellers grabbing everything, limited good inventory left. It's gotten intense. People line up hours early, and some sales even turn chaotic or are picked over fast. Number 3, big warehouse style sales.
New York City's biggest shoe warehouse sale is happening this week.
These feel like treasure hunts, but these are mostly overstock, they are repetitive styles, and there are not many true samples. Even industry coverage says modern sample sales are now largely end of season inventory and not unique prototypes. So my honest takeaway is that sample sales today are less exclusive fashion inside events. They are more about strategic inventory liquidation and a marketing moment. But the good ones, they're still very worth it. The bad ones, they're basically a chaotic TJ Maxx with better branding. So if you plan to attend a sample sale, let me tell you what you should wear. So let's talk about your outfit formula for going to a sample sale. So I would recommend wearing a fitted tank or a bodysuit, leggings or bike shorts, and slip-on shoes. And the reason why is because you'll be changing in corners most of the time, in front of like little small mirrors and just in random spaces. And it's good to have on like something where you could just try clothing over top of the clothing that you are already wearing. A lot of times there's just no dressing rooms half of the times. And I know at 260 sample sale, there is like this small dressing room and it's like 20 ladies inside trying to try on garments. Also, I would suggest wearing a crossbody purse because you want to be hands-free, and even better if you could wear like a fanny pack or some type of a waist purse. Have one of those so you can be hands-free. And one thing that is very important, make sure that you wear deodorant because it can get pretty hot and it can get pretty crowded and you want to be fresh at all times. And also, if you bring a big bag, a lot of the time you have to check it when you get there. You can't even really bring it into the sale. So just leave the big bags at home. Also, bring a credit cards or have your Apple Pay ready because a lot of locations are cashless now. Okay, and most importantly, let's talk about how to shop like a pro. Firstly, you're going to do a sweep. Don't buy anything yet. You're just going to scan. And when I say scan, you are looking for where your sizes are and where are the good sections at the sample sale. So next, you will immediately grab everything that you see that you like and you'll decide if you want to buy it afterwards. If something looks promising, take it, grab it. If you hesitate, it will be gone in 30 seconds. No exaggeration. Trust me, I know from experience. Grab it, decide later. And beware of the resellers. They are treacherous. Now, if you see multiple people pulling the same item, there is probably a reason. So you should grab that item too. And you could decide if you want it afterwards. Next, you're going to try on your items strategically. And what I mean by that is you are going to try on your top picks only. If you are not sure about something, you really don't want it. And I feel like at sample sales, like there's this adrenaline rush, like I have to have it. This is a great deal. It's on sale. And this is how you end up leaving the sample sale with items that you really didn't care for and you're probably never going to reach for. You want to check the quality of all your items before you check out. You want to look for stains, especially underarms and the collars, makeup stains on items, broken zippers, missing buttons. One quick rule is if it needs more than a simple fix, put it back. Next, you want to be for real before you check out, meaning you want to ask yourself, would I buy this at 30% off, or am I just excited because it's a deal? And I have my air quotes up. This always saves you from regret buys. And last but not least, be nice to the staff when you go. I'm serious. They will tell you where better stock is, hint at restocks, okay, and sometimes hold items for you briefly. So I hope that, my guide to sample sales was helpful. If it was helpful, hit the thumbs up, subscribe for more, and thank you for listening. Bye.